Hello, welcome to my Principles of Marketing class. This is Dr. K. Sivakumar. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the basics of marketing. The topics which we will cover today are the definition of marketing and of course market, importance of marketing and marketing, modern marketing concept. So what is marketing is all about? When I ask this question to my students, most of the time they say this answer. Marketing is selling, marketing is pushing the product or services to the customers. So, this kind of answer I used to get from my audience or students. Yes, selling is a part of marketing, but selling is not the whole marketing is all about. Marketing is different from selling in many ways. To make this very clear, I have given this picture. Okay, a picture which is written sales below and another is a marketing. Here is a scenario where a guy is going back to his hometown to spend Christmas with his mom. So in the first small board or a placard which he is having, he has mentioned just give me a lift to Jacksonville. Okay, and look at his body language, his facial expression. So this is not, I mean, it was like very, not sort of rude, it's not very pleasant. So he may not get any ride. So the other one, he is marketing himself. Hello, like a smiling and saying, hi, I'm going to spend Christmas with my mom. It means that I'm going, heading to my hometown. Okay, so most probably you'll be getting the ride. Okay, so this is the marketing is all about. Okay, you need to understand the who is our target customer and what is the needs and wants and communicating the needs and wants of a target customer to the company and producing the product which fulfills the wants and needs of our target customer in a very economical way, thereby increasing the satisfaction or creating a satisfaction for our target customers as well as creating a profit for the company. So it's a mutual exchange. So we see the definition. What is marketing is all about? According to the marketing guru Philip Kotler, here I like to highlight something about Philip Kotler. Most of you would have heard about him. He is, of course, he's the marketing guru. He has contributed so much to the field of marketing. And if you see, most of the very good books on marketing is written by him. So that's why I just want to throw some lights on the marketing guru. So according to the marketing guru Philip Kotler, the definition is it's a social and managerial process by which individuals and groups obtain what they want and need through creating, offering, and exchanging products of value with others. Here, social and managerial process. It's a the manager or the company has to interact with the society. Society in sense the people who are all the customers. Myself, you, all of us are the customers of a product or a services. So it's a managerial process. What they have to do, they have to understand the needs and wants of the customers like us and communicating these needs and wants to the company and producing the product which fulfill our needs and wants in a most economical way and also thereby ensuring that the company is getting profit. Okay, so here exchange is taking place with the product or service with the value. So that's the definition from the marketing guru. So, and we see what is market is about. Market is the place where and the transaction of products and services take place. Okay, it can be a typical market in a village. It can be anything. It can be a hypermarket or supermarket. Okay, where the transaction happens, where the buyer meet the sellers. Okay, that's a market. Now with the advent of the technology, we are into digital marketing, digital market. That's where the transaction is happening online. Like when we purchase a product from Amazon, then the marketplace is online. Okay, so the dimensions of marketing has changed thanks to the technology, IT technology. Now, importance of marketing. Marketing is so important. It allows business to maintain a long-lasting and ever-present relationship with our audience. So, audience is our customer, is our consumer. So, while we teach, usually the teachers use audience, customer, consumer. Okay, many may have doubt. Is it same or different? It's same and also different in some manner. Like especially like consumer and the customer. Customer is someone who buy the product. Okay, not necessarily they are the end users. End users means those who are really using the product. So say for instance, I buy a chocolate from a shop. Not necessarily I should eat the chocolate. I might buy the chocolate for someone else at my home. I will buy chocolate for my son. So I'm the customer for the business, and the end user or consumer is my son who is actually enjoying the chocolate. So, but still we use this. So you understand the difference between an end user, also a consumer, and also a customer. So customer and consumer are slightly different. Okay, but we use this terminology interchangingly. So no need to get confusion. It is an ongoing strategy that helps a business flourish. The marketing is an ongoing one. It doesn't stop at one stage. Since the business environment, which is external to the company, is very dynamic changing, so the marketing is an ongoing strategy. Customer engagement is the art of any successful business. Okay, so having interaction with the customers or consumers is very, very important for a business to be successful. Why? Because customers are giving us the money so that our profit, okay, so that we are surviving. If no customers or consumers, we are not in the show, we are out of business. So customers should be given the priority. So this is very true for SMB. Here SMB given here is nothing but small and medium business. Okay, so not only for SMB, but all the business customers are very important. Some people you have seen, some shops they have written, customer is God. Okay, so you can understand how big importance they are giving to the customers. So moving on to the modern marketing concept. So the marketing concept is not just started like yesterday. It slowly evolved like over 100 over years. So from the different concept, how we are evolved, we are going to see today. Knowing who is your target consumer and learning, understanding their wants and needs to the interaction. So these are some of the points given here, are some of the, what do you say, essence of modern marketing concepts. Later we see the evolution of the marketing concepts. So knowing who is the target customer and understanding what's the needs through interaction. Interaction happens, it may be at any point of time when they come to buy our product or when they give feedback after they use a product. The feedback can be, what do you say, a criticizing, a appreciation, a complaint. So at any point of time, we get any inputs from the customer which helps us to improve our product or services. This is one side. Other side, companies, especially multinational companies, they spend millions of dollars on doing the marketing research. That is also the interaction to really understand the changing needs of the customers or consumers. So creating products that meet the needs of a target customer. Then our product or services should fulfill the needs of the target customers. Leading the competition in customer satisfaction. So we have to, overcome our competitors, okay, and hold our customers or consumers to us only through the satisfaction. Okay, satisfied customers are tend to give repeated business. In other words, I can also add a point to this. It's not just a satisfaction. Satisfying a customer will give repeated business. It is like more than that. You need to, as a business, you need to satisfy your customers better than your competitors, right? If your competitors has the competency, okay, to make your customer better than us, and then the customer will switch our product to their product. So what happens? We should be able to, satisfy in such a way that we are better in satisfying than our competitors. So making sure your business efforts makes a profit for the organization. So out of doing all these things, all this process, the marketing managers has to ensure that we are creating a satisfaction among our customers in such a manner they are giving repeated business, and this whole process should happen with a profit for the company, because without profit the business will go, they will go out of business. So profit is also important, but it should come at the by satisfying our target customers. So now we see the production concept, which is the first modern marketing concept. So this is from where the marketing concept of today is arrived from this evolution of this production concept. So this concept of production, emphasis on production. Production means the producing the product, say producing a laptop or producing your smartphones which we are using. So these things they are produced in a factory, right? So assuming that the customer will, patronize any products which are produced in a large quantity, and this product is available everywhere where our target customers are. Okay, so the product should be available at the place where they want to buy. One second thing, it should be available throughout the year. Okay. So the concept developed when there was a period of manufacturing dominance and there was no competition. So this concept was basically was evolving when there is no competition. People don't know what is competition is all about. Okay, that time only that you have the capacity or competency to produce more and make your product available everywhere. Okay, and then throughout the year, then what happens? Customer automatically buy your products. So it was producers market, and hence production problems were of more important than anything. So they were quite concerned about how to increase the production, okay, and also the cost loss. So increase the production and then reduce the cost, so this will give more profit. The major task of the management was to strive constantly to increase production, and there was no selling or marketing problem. The issue is not about selling, how the product goes to the customer. The issue here is the focus is more into how we are going to produce or increase the production of the product, and also thereby reducing the cost. Okay, so they are not more concerned about selling or marketing. The production concept may boost the sales in initial stage, but it invites criticism. That is, it is impersonal in its approach and ignores the interest of the consumer. So, if you take this aspect now, it may not work out at this very competitive business era. Okay, so because here the management focuses more on producing the product and thereby ignoring the interest and needs of the customers. So we move on to the second concept, the product concept. So after the production concept, the management started focusing their attention on the quality of the product. Okay, a quality in sense that they come up with features which are quite attractive, and then the colors, that's a part of feature, and then the look and everything they started focusing on. So here what happens, they are doing this process and also try to make it in a very most cost effective way. Okay, so quality product in a cost effective manner will attract the attention of the customer. So this was the focus of the this thing. To quite sometimes this was successful during those times. So enterprises which rely too much upon the product concept may face difficulties due to tendency on parts of such enterprises to look too often in a mirror when they should be looking out of the window. So the drawback of this one is they, of course, focus on the quality of the product, but when you focus only on the quality of the product, what happens? The management fail to look outside their business environment. In other words, they really don't bothered about the changing needs, wants, or interests of the customer. So this way, they may fail in a long run. So that's the disadvantage of the product concept. The next one is a sales concept. This sales concept was evolving around like 1920s and 30s, let's say early 19th century. The selling activity became more important and marketing was regarded merely as a selling activity. So giving rise to sales concept. So that time the marketing is only about selling, promoting, all sort of things. The selling concept assumes that consumers will generally not buy enough of the firm's product unless their interest is stimulated in its products through substantial selling and promotional activities. In other words, if the company don't take any initiatives, or the companies takes more initiative to promote their products through various means of promotional activities like giving a sample, sampling, test drive, all sorts sort of things. This will tempt the customers to buy the product. Okay, so when the customer buy the product, I mean more and more customer buy the product, the sales goes up and thereby the profit. So here what happens? More sales and the profit is generated, is maximized. The drawback of the sales concept is that it completely ignores the customer interest. Again, same like the product one, okay, and production one, okay, it ignores the customer interest, and maybe initially when they focus on selling, the sales will go up, thereby the profit, but in a long run, it will create a lot of difficulties. Okay, so this is the drawback. Okay, from product, I mean sales concept, we move on to the marketing concept, which is all about we are studying in this topic or this chapter. The marketing concept. The essence of marketing concept is the customer and not the product. It's the center of entire business activity. So previously in sales, in production product, all these things, the focus was like either the product, producing the product, or quality of the product, or selling the product. There is a pushing there. Sales concept is more into push. Push means the customer may not require the product, but through bombarding with advertisements, okay, the companies make them, and of course tempting them, the companies make them buy the product. But what happens after some time, they realize they really don't need the product, so they don't buy. So the sales go down, thereby the profit. So the marketing concept here, we are going from the product oriented, we are coming to the customer oriented. Here we really started opening our eyes and looking at the customer, their interest and their needs and wants. So because Customer is the one who keeps us in the business. Otherwise, we'll be out of the business. So we should not focus on our production capacity, or we should not focus on our product. Of course, we should focus, but priority should be given to the customers, and we become really customer or consumer oriented company. The customer want satisfaction is the economic and social justification of a company's existence. So consequently, all companies' activities in production, engineering, and finance, as well as marketing, must devote first to determining what the customer wants and then satisfying needs while making a reasonable profit. Like we have seen in the definition, we have to understand, identify our target market, understand the needs and wants, and communicating this to our company, production, marketing, engineering, on all the departments, and produce a product or services which fulfills their needs and wants and interest, and then create satisfaction among our customers, target customers, and thereby generating a profit for the company. So this is what all the marketing concept is about. The fifth one is about modern marketing concept, is about societal marketing concept. What is a societal marketing concept? It's nothing but the society. This is same like a marketing concept, but we are adding one more element to the marketing concept. That's a society. That is the welfare of the society. Society here includes not only the people but also the environment. Okay, so when we are producing a product as per the interests and needs of the wants of the customers, and also giving to them by adding value and in a most economical way to the customers, and thereby satisfying the needs and wants of the customers. Okay, so include the concern of the society in this. Okay, so whatever we are doing, this marketing concept, we are doing in such a way that we are not spoiling the environment in a most eco-friendly way. Our products are produced in such a way that we are not emitting too much of carbon emissions. Okay, and our products are like a healthier choice. Okay, to make it clear, I can give some examples of some multinational chain food restaurants, fast food restaurants. Sorry. There are a lot of fast food restaurants around, multinational groups. They are quite successful by properly following the marketing concept. But are they really following the societal marketing? If you ask me, no. Why? Because they are giving us the food which are mostly junk food. Like most of the items are like fried items with the fizzy drinks. Okay, with more salt, more sugar, and more fat, which overall spoils our health. And I'm not saying about all the food outlets. There are some healthy one also, but you know some of the famous ones, so-called famous, they are giving the junk foods. So if you take them, they are following the market setting concept, but not the societal marketing concept. Okay, so you are following the marketing concept, taking into consideration the welfare of the society. This concept lays more emphasis on social responsibilities of the business as the latest trend in the marketing. Okay, use the products, the raw materials which are locally made or locally grown. Okay, thereby reducing the carbon footprints. That one way. Then uh, including the labor, okay, who are not like a minor and who are major, and giving chance to the even retired people. Okay, these are the some of the way we do business responsibly. Okay, so all this comes under the I mean the societal marketing, okay, social responsible way of delivering the business, okay. So that's about all the five modern marketing concepts for this topics. So that's all for today. Okay, hope you understand the topics covered today. Thank you. Goodbye.